Something I thought was fairly newsworthy. I don't know if this has made the rounds just yet in our universe, but I believe we can look with some hope to the Spider-Verse for more projects. It appears that in addition to the Beyond the Spider-Verse, that there's also the Spider-Punk movie that we mentioned, as well as a Venom and even a Spider-Woman movie. So I'm not going to sit here and dwell on this because we could talk another hour on the potential or lack thereof of each of these. But I think that this is a good step in the right direction. I think Sony has finally realized that, those movies like Venom and Morbius, maybe not. This is where our bread and butter is. So let's just rest our laurels here. And I think that makes sense. And this is not going to do anything but do good for the Marvel industry. You don't seem to agree, Lady Blerd, Lady Mandalore. I'm not good at reading faces.
Okay, first of all, we already 4 years out from Beyond the Spider-Verse because they can't. Something keeps coming up and they have to keep pushing this thing back.
Blade.
But it is the Blade of the Sony universe at this point.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many years we gotta wait until the shit actually comes out?
We don't have a live action Miles Morales. Like, how long do we have to wait for this?
Well, the only argument I have against it being compared to Blade is that Blade has been pushed back because of production issues, but that's not the case with.
Isn't it? They're in the middle.
The movie was supposed to come out the same year as Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
They were announced to come out the same year.
Yeah, and now they're both pushed back. So
what, Beyond was supposed to come out the same year?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well,
remember how they
enlighten me, y'all. My bad.
Remember how they left the ending? You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah. It was supposed to kick off into the Prowler, like, you know what I'm saying? Like him being the Prowler, like, you know, that ultimate. We never got to see that shit. That's where we're cliffhangering on that.
Oh, hold on now. The movie came out like
the movie was originally announced to come out in 2023. One was supposed to come out in April. One was supposed to come out in November. It was supposed to be 2 movies same year.
Yep.
So they led us to believe that they had been working on Beyond the Spider-Verse ever since Into the Spider-Verse. So that was like 5 years. So what Kira is saying is now add more years onto that 5. We're like 8 years in, and Beyond the Spider-Verse is still being worked on.
Yeah.
The only good news we got is that I think Shamik Moore said they finally started doing their voice.
They started the action,
finally,
which is
okay.
Not a great time.
My apologies, Kira. I see what you meant now in terms of like the production being constantly pushed back and issues. Okay, I thought that with regard to like the development of the project, because we know Spider-Verse is already indeed an entity and Blade is still a theory.
And then my other part is, who the fuck is writing all this shit?
Right.
Who's putting all this? Who's a part of it? Who's directing it? What actors are you going to have attached to this? Are they going to be able to do the work by the time y'all get around to them, whenever the fuck that may be? I mean, that's cool that you saying that, but we also were supposed to get a Sinister Six movie.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So I'll hold my breath.
Hold the breath, and that's fair. And all of these are fair charges. I guess for me, I just got a little excited because 3 out of the 4 of these are Black characters. Yeah. So I was thinking that this is a good pathway because Sony right now is basing their future in Marvel on Black leads, even in the animated universe. I mean, Jessica Drew is played by
Issa Rae.
Excuse me. We know Hobie is being played, and I think Daniel Kaluuya actually is having, if according to some of the articles I read, some influence, if not a lot of influence in the production of the product. And we already know Shamik Moore, so that's 3 Black voice actors of prominence that could lift this tide. And so that's why I got excited. Everything you said, Kira, is extremely valid. And those are things that I hadn't even considered. Like, this is starting to become the Frankenstein project of Sony. So let's just hope that it doesn't end up being that, but doesn't look good. But like Ant said,
it's crazy because like
in the studio,
Spider-Man has been Sony's cash grab for years. Like, and it's crazy that they can't figure this out. You know what I'm saying? And figure out what the writers and whatever the problem is with production and why we still haven't gotten all this. Like, I'm sorry, but this is your cash grab and you are not grabbing. Like, what the we are waiting. We are throwing money at you. Like, give us the shit. And they're like, we're just gonna think a little bit more on it.
Well, I mean, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes I'm not upset with when a movie gets pushed back if it's for the right reason, if it makes it better. You know, it's kind of like when I don't get mad at the airplane or the airport for delaying the flight when there are mechanical issues with the plane. It's like, yeah, take your time getting that right, because I don't want to have any issues when I'm 50,000 feet up in the air. I'm sure Ty feels the same way. But yeah, man, we'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see.
Our expectations aren't high, and if anything, they could do like HBO did. Oh, the first one was okay. Well, we added a second segment to it. Here's some more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something is better than nothing at this point, because if they keep stringing us along, I'm sorry, but whenever they give it to us, I'm not gonna want that shit no more.
This is a fair point too. That's a fair point too. And I've said, and I've been on record saying that Sony, Marvel, you guys do not have an infinite window of time for Miles Morales, because the Black community is already starting to turn against Miles Morales. It's starting to. I'm not saying in mass, but there's already, Thanos was right, whisperers saying like, look, if we're gonna get an option between Static and Miles, we're going with Static because he's the authentic Black man. And so you may be missing your window, Miles. You bring out this Miles Morales and be like, okay, go ahead and have him Latinos. He's Puerto Rican anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't subscribe to that notion, but I'm just reading multiple comment sections and seeing this take root, not take over, but root. And where there's a seed, sometimes there's a tree. A few years later, that's all I'm saying. Speaking of seeds, trees, and being high,
you've been trying to do that for a while. You have really been trying to do that for a while, but I give you credit.
Give what? Do what for a while?
You've been trying to make this make believe Miles hate.
Oh wow!
It's like, okay, so a couple people get on thing and they're mad because the movie hasn't come out, and then they start saying little stuff, and then you give it some type of credence. Mm-hmm. There's really none of that, because the biggest thing is just frustration. Everybody's just frustrated because they, like Kira said, you're telling us one thing, but you're doing another. Eventually, anybody in their right mind who has common sense, who has eyes to see and ears to hear, will realize that, look, you don't have my best interest and thing, I ain't fucking with you. That's how people do. They move on. But the way this thing works, called life, is when you circle back and then you got what it is that I always wanted, nobody else got it. Guess what? Supply and demand. I have to watch it because nobody else got it, and I've been needing it. So all of this fake hate that you be trying to create about Miles, people are over here like, Miles might come out, and then everybody be like, we don't care about you now, Miles. No, nobody's gonna be like that, bro. Nobody.
I didn't say that they would be like, we don't care about Miles, but I do believe that there is a peak of interest that could be bypassed if those who are in charge of said products don't take advantage of them when they're at the height of their popularity. And all I have is this as, and again, I'm not saying, and I said this, and you can go back and watch the tape. I didn't say ain't nobody gonna watch that movie. I said, look, the seeds are being planted as to why Miles Morales, unlike when he first came out, when Brian Bendis first introduced us to him, and we was like, we got a Black Spider-Man. We was all happy. There are seeds of, he's only half Black in some of these sectors. And I'm not saying that that's going to deter people from seeing the movie, but the same feeling that they felt back in the early 2000s when he came out, it's not the same that everybody will feel. I use this as some points of, as evidence for the court. So we pose this to our followers, a poll. One of these folks got to go together, now, go forever. Now we know that it ain't going to be Black Panther and Storm. So it kind of got left to the bottom. Those two at the bottom, the two young bucks. And let's just take a pick some of the comments. Now, this does not represent everybody. Mm-hmm. All right. Miss Isis says 3 could go. I think we don't reach and tell us which ones. Aha. Funny. Tony Baker says Static can go. All right. But then we see the half-breed must go. I've never seen. Now, that's one guy. It's one guy 9 weeks ago. I'm not saying that's the masses. I get it. All right. I get it. So I'm not saying that's the case. Miles got to go. I love him, but he ain't an original character. He's basically the Black copy of the best superhero. All right. Now, again, these are very, very, very minimal, small sample size. But these are samples that I did not see when Miles first came out. And all I'm saying is the longer they wait to capitalize on his popularity, the less popular he becomes. That's all I'm saying.
All I'm saying is I just wonder when all of that came out, were you in the comment section going up and down the comment section, waiting to find that one comment that supports your theory? And when it comes to seed, hold on, my brother, hold up, let me cook. And when it comes to seed planting, the only farmer I see is you, and that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is, again, that you have, this is a relative reoccurrence that has happened
Twice.
times. I'm sorry, mind you, what does reoccurrence mean?
What does twice mean? We can't both say the same thing in different words.
It means a reoccurrence, but I'm glad you support my theory. You know what I'm saying? So
this is.
Look, I'm just saying that I'm starting to see some saboteur type behavior coming from your side of the room, sir. You keep talking about seeds being planted, and you go through the comment section, find 2 comments that support your theory, and then you like, look, they're planting seeds. I told you somebody. Yeah, there's 2 other people in this world.
Why would you accuse me of doing anything that is not of good intent? Like, there is no reason whatsoever for you to ever accuse me of having any malicious intent. I have nothing but goodwill here, sir. I would never, for any reason whatsoever, spark the flames of lies and bullshit. How dare you? Damn it! You're gonna sit here and put me in here. Well, I, and it is I only who will go about and find the way. Well played. Now, remember Pee Wee Big Adventure? Now. All right, y'all didn't see Pee Wee Big Adventure. Okay, he put his bike in the fire. For those who don't know, and you know, it was Pee Wee had to find his bicycle. It was, you know what? All right, go ahead, cook, Ty. He's cooking.
Yeah, man. I think everything has been illuminated at this point. We understand.
Wow, really?
We understand
okay.
Your stance. We understand your stance. But I'm here. Can I just say this one last thing, and then I want you to go ahead and continue to lie. But I just want to say this on behalf of those who understand business and understand that this is just the way it goes in the movie world right now. Like, we're not gonna get, movies when they tell us we're gonna get it. It's gonna be something that happens. This is called life. Things happen. But I know at some point we will get versions of other Spider-Men, but I am content with the version of the Spider-Man that we have in Tom Holland. Because as long as Tom Holland keeps being successful as Spider-Man, then that keeps the fan base intact when it comes to being attached to Spider-Man. So as long as we have another movie, which, by the way, we do have a movie on the way, starring one Tom Holland. As long as he continues to be successful, people like Shamik Moore, who voice Miles, and may, who knows, get an opportunity, who knows. But I'm just saying, nobody here is gonna be like, when the Miles Morales, introduction into the MCU or Sonyverse or whatever happens, they're gonna be like, you know what? No, fuck him. He took way too long to come, and we don't appreciate it. And because of that, I'm not going to support that movie. I got a Puerto Rican friend named Minnie Morales. Minnie, that will beg to differ and will be there with his Puerto Rican flag on.
But okay. All right, we probably got this. We have to continue this conversation because this gets a lot deeper. Because I could even use Minnie as an example. Because remember how Minnie, how he reacted about Captain America, about America Chavez.
Yes.
All right, and her not being represented accurately in his community. Like, yes. I just think that the uptick of Black people who originally just like they were sick. And I don't want to cross over into politics, but he voted in 2008, but by 2016 there was, he ain't really Black. You know what I'm saying? From a lot of the same people that voted for him, what he did for Black people. Oh, he ain't really fully Black. there's a lot of room for people to change their opinions. It doesn't mean that they won't still support, don't still have adoration, won't still go see the movie. But I'm just saying, like, there was a time where it'd be very hard pressed for you to find these notions. But I digress. Let me just say this part real quick. Do you believe that the greater public, if introduced to you know what? Let me not go down that path. Nah, man. Nah, we ain't got time for that, man. I don't even want to sit there. Nah, I'm not.
I got one question.
Go ahead, please.
When Vince put on the glasses and the horns and had the little devil stick, do you guys remember a show named Cow and Chicken?
Oh my God.
He did remind you.
No, you did not do this to me. Yes.
Smiling and everything. It was great. If we did a side by side, I'm just saying that shit would have been funny.
Did you just make me the naked ass chicken, the dude from Cow and Chicken?
With the naked tell me that didn't pop in your head with like just seeing the glasses and like, you know what I'm saying?
No way. You're really gonna do this. Okay.
Oh, wow.
All right, here we go. Gotta give the people what they want, right? All right, there it is.
Oh,
No,
side by
don't.
side. Seen it first. Vince is ready for Halloween.
Please don't do what I think you're about to do.
Do it. You guys are welcome.
I shouldn't even take this down. I should make y'all just watch this in a constant loop for like the next 2 hours. No.
Yes. Where's the devil horn? Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, what are we? I don't know, Gal. What are you talking? What is you talking about, Gal? Well, I thought that it makes a lot of sense of it. No, what you so stupid, Gal? Won't you go over there and get some milk? Nah, the devil dude don't actually talk. Excuse me, the devil dude don't talk like that at all.
He doesn't.
But yeah, I don't like this depiction of this comparison.
No? I don't know why it popped
like
in my head.
Robert
I was thinking of like, I was like, wow, why does he remind me of Cow and Chicken Devil right now? Like that is really funny.
I don't know what to feel about you, Yas, but something tells me to do this. I just say that's my sister, yo. I could never do that, man. Yo. All right, whatever. Fine, Yas. You made it funny. Ha! I made it funny.
My bad.
All right.